Yo, what is good with y'all? It's your boy KAG, and we are back with another video. It is January the 1st of 2019. We're kicking it off with a year with a Nintendo Switch video. Now, all that being said, today we are here to discuss whether or not 2019, the year that we're currently in, is going to be better than 2018, or is it going to be worse, right? So 2017 so far has still been the best year of the Nintendo Switch. Granted, 2018, they were making a lot of sales with the consoles, and we had the release of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we had the release of Pokemon Let's Go, Mario Party, Mario Tennis Aces, Octopath Traveler, Kirby Star Allies, even though, you know, that game was kind of easy if we're to be honest with each other. That game was kind of like, could have been on the 3DS, or Epic Yarn remake, or something like that. So, 2018 was kind of meh, alright. It was alright. You know, we didn't get really any big games. Yes, Ultimate was the big game of the whole year, and it came all the way at the end. You're talking about December. December is when we had a big game. March 2017? What? Hit you off with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild right off the back. Follow it up with Xenoblade. Follow it up with, you know, Super Mario Odyssey. Follow it up with Splatoon 2. Follow it up with ARMS. A lot of big games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, even though it's technically a remake, is still a big game. You know, 2017, they were killing it. Now, for me personally, I think 2018 was kind of like their rest year. Not that they're resting, but that they're trying to get caught up, so they have a lot of games for 2019. And I think that's what's going to happen here. Now, granted, there hasn't really been that many games announced, but we do have a couple of decent sized titles that should be dropping in 2019. So, you know, we have like Daemon X Machina. Now, that game is not made by Nintendo or anything, but it is not a first party, but it is an exclusive to the Switch, and it should be relatively big. And looking at the gameplay of it, it looks like it's gonna be pretty decent. So I'm thinking also we might see some good third-party support this year. There's already rumblings, y'all. Already rumblings. We're not gonna discuss them today, but there's already rumblings of some stuff that's coming down the line. Let's be real here. Now, granted, we're gonna start off a little slow. They kicking it off with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and we're like, alright, really? Do we really want that? It's a side scroller. It's Mario. I like my side scrolling Marios, but I'll give it a pass because it's January. January is usually slow anyways, but you know, they also gonna be following it up with Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. So granted, it's not in direct line of the No More Heroes games. It's still a relatively decent game. At least that's what it looks like. It looks kind of like a mini game compilation, right? That's what it seemed like. But outside of that, we had games like Mortal Kombat 11 that's supposed to be dropping, and that's kind of a big deal. I don't know about y'all, but Nintendo seems to be getting their more mature side coming back to them. Because if we all remember back in the Wii U days and the Wii days, you know, the mature titles were like drifting away because everybody on the consoles were pretty much casuals and they didn't really need any mature titles. And let's be honest, Nintendo wasn't trying to market themselves as mature because a lot of the commercials had like little kids in them running around that were 5 and 6. But now they got kind of like an audience where they're aiming it more towards teens and young adults and stuff like that. So yeah, they're getting their mojo back, you know, like Stella got her mojo back, Nintendo's getting their mojo back, and they doing it pretty decent. Now, granted, I honestly do not believe this game is coming out in spring of 2019. I'm thinking it's gonna fall back to summer, but we have Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's gonna be a pretty big game, y'all. Pretty big. a lot of people are looking forward to it. Me personally, myself, I'm like, I'm kind of on the fences for it. You know, the artistry of it doesn't, you know, it's not my cup of tea. It doesn't look very polished yet, but granted, you know, it's been a while since we've seen it, so that could definitely change. And we also have games that are a little more lighthearted, like Yoshi's Crafted World. So let's be honest, Yoshi's Crafted World is probably not gonna be a big seller, although the game looks definitely really good. But who are we kidding here? Yoshi's Crafted World is gonna be mediocre. Let's be real. It looks good. It's probably gonna play really good, but it's not gonna really do any numbers. Now, we do have a couple of big games so far for the year, and that is Animal Crossing. That's gonna be a huge game, whether y'all wanna downplay it or not. A lot of people like to downplay Animal Crossing because they think it's light, it's for casuals, you know, not many people play it, so they think. But let me be real with y'all. Animal Crossing is a 10 million plus seller. It pushes numbers. This is a big game, and people need to learn to respect it just like they respect Splatoon, because it pushes more numbers than Splatoon does. And Splatoon is supposedly all the rave, you know, everywhere. But that's neither here nor there. That's gonna be a big game. It's gonna push some numbers, as well as you have games like Bloodstain that's supposed to be coming out. Damien X Machina, you know, that's gonna be coming out. Dragon Quest Builders 2. I mean, the first game is alright, but I can't say I'm really that interested in another Dragon Quest game. But yeah, it's whatever. Then you have titles like Luigi's Mansion 3. That's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be pretty big, as long as the mansion is big. I'm hoping they go back to a single mansion and not like these multiple mansions like they did on the 3DS, cause yeah, they were fun. They were better games technically, but I prefer those single mansion. And then we have even some new IPs like Town. That's gonna be pretty big, y'all. Y'all think it's not gonna be big, but Town has the potential to be a relatively big game. And need to say, Pokemon, the actual Gen 8 is coming out this year. Maybe it is. They say it's coming. Usually Pokemon doesn't lie. Game Freak doesn't lie. It's probably coming. But that's gonna be a really big deal, and that's not counting anything that we do not already know about, because trust and believe, there's a lot more games that need to be announced. But as of right now, I'm thinking 2019 could potentially surpass 2018. But if we're honest here, that's not too difficult to do. I mean, what did y'all have last year? A couple of games, Torna from Xenoblade, Super Smash, which granted, don't get me wrong, don't downplay Super Smash. That's a huge game, but it's not Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's not Mario Odyssey. It's a huge game, but it's a fighting game. Fighting games, yes, they hold a certain amount of value compared to other games, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about this. And by the way, before we end this video, let me go ahead and discuss one more thing. Or should I save it for another video? I think I'll save it for another video. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the videos. We're kicking this year off right. And I'll check y'all out in another one. Peace.